All right, guys, here we are, day 2 of dropping the traps. We are leaving, and I say I got my dad come, and he said he would go with me today, which is a huge, huge help, because yesterday was a 25-hour day from a work perspective from the time that I got up. So we dropped all the traps, got back home, and then you got to reload everything for the next day. So today I decided I only wanted to do one trip just because it's so time consuming. I got to preload everything and bait so that we could keep turning here at the dock. But we're leaving here with one load today with the hope that we could get back pretty quick in a few hours, and then bait everything and start loading it up for, you know, tomorrow and the next day, and probably even the day after that. Weather's supposed to start picking up here this afternoon and tomorrow, so it's going to make it a little bit more difficult. But we're going to go ahead and get out of the marina here, and we'll bring you along on the ocean side. Today we're going to record a little bit more. We're going to put the head camera on my dad and get all that recorded as we drop these traps and give you a little bit more perspective of it. On day 1, you know, we had help, and we had to really haul butt to keep it PG. We had to haul butt so that we could turn and burn and get all these trips done. So we're gonna get out and bring you along once we get to the ocean side. Let's go. Alright guys, we are out here now, and we are getting ready to start. And my dad is he's gonna drop the traps like the good old days when he was a young buck. Now we're 2 old bucks. We're both drinking Motrin. I have compression pants on. My knees are killing me. It's tough getting old. Tira la olla. It is tough getting old, but we got a beautiful day. The weather is, you can see the ocean here behind me. It is very, very nice. Should be pretty quick. It's 1:47 now. I don't even remember what time we left the dock. Just to give you an idea of the time-wise here, we're gonna drop 20 in this line, and then we'll keep dropping, and then I'll bring it back at the end. Tírala. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for watching. If you've never heard when we do this, when I say tírala means throw it. And no!
Tírala.
No, no te dije.
Dijiste tírala, mijo.
No. He doesn't have his hearing aids on, so he can't hear good. He dropped it. That means throw it in Spanish. We'll leave it there. Olvídate, yo la recojo la próxima vez. Olvídate. Tira la olla. But that's what it means. It means throw it. And so he doesn't have his hearing aids on because they could get messed up with the salt water, and they're super expensive. So he heard that one word and he was like, fire! Throw it. Oh my goodness. It was tough yesterday. I mean, we were dropping traps with 3 people. So I had to keep, remembering, and they did excellent. I mean, it was, they were just listening out for their name. I would say their name, and they would go ahead and drop it. Tírala! But we'll get that one on the, when we pull it. Just move it over a little bit. We'll be back out here now, 9 days, starting to pull. The season starts every year on October 5th. And then we got 10 days. Tírala! 10 days that you gotta wait before you can start pulling. Then we start pulling on October 15th. That's the first day that you could harvest crab to market. So this is the grind though at the beginning. The hardest part of all this is getting them out. Tírala! Is getting them out at the beginning of the year and taking them all out at the end. It's just the toughest, And really at the beginning, it's a grind. I mean, yesterday we did 25 hours from the time we woke up to the time we stopped working. And then after that, it was take a shower and eat and get all the camera equipment charging for the next day. Tira la. But at the beginning, you know, you really want to work hard to get these traps out. The faster you get them out, the more time they're sitting there soaking. You need time for that bait to start decomposing before it starts, you know, attracting crab to your traps. And you obviously want to get the spots that you feel really good about or that you felt good about from the year before. It doesn't always mean that they're going to be there every year, but everybody always has their spots that they want to get to first. Tira la. That's why it's such a big push at the beginning of the year to get these traps out, as many on the first day, you know. So we had a stellar day yesterday, but obviously, you know, like every other boat that works, you know, 24 hours plus on day one, day two, you can't even walk. Tira la. Kind of everybody's kind of in the same predicament today. Yesterday it was nothing but boats running back and forth. Today on our way out, I haven't seen anybody else taking any traps out. And so what you see is that now what happens is people start going to bed, they start waking up, and whatever time you wake up, that's what time your day starts, right? So you wake up at 10 and you're hitting the water at 11, then you keep going through until the nighttime, and it just keeps going, right? Without stopping until you get them all out. The only difference with the beginning of the year is that you're so excited. You know, the season's starting. Tira la. You're so excited with the season starting that you're running on pure adrenaline, right? You're just like, you know, it's time to make money again. The end of the season, we have horrible weather. You're drained from the whole season, and you're pretty bummed out that the season's over. Tira la. Oh man, after this thing, I think I got 4 trips left, 3 or 4. I got to tally it all up. I got the whole plan of where all the traps were going. But unbelievable first day. I mean, we really pushed it hard. And we probably could have kept going, but we were just so tired. I mean, it gets to a point where your motor skills are slow and you feel like you can't do things, you know? My mom said, oh, it feels like you're drinking, like when you're drinking. No, it doesn't. At least if I'm drinking, I feel up-spirited. I was drained. I mean, drained. Tira! It just gets hard to start doing everything. But today we are dragging our butts. But we're gonna do this trip, go back, and then load up and bait again, so we could keep going. And maybe after tomorrow, today we'll get done a little bit earlier. Tomorrow we'll get done a little bit earlier than that. Tira la! And then maybe on the 4th day we could do 2 trips. But if we're still tired, I mean, it is a huge toll to do this. Because you're moving these traps 3 and 4 times to load them in the truck, offload them at the dock, load them onto the boat, then load them out into the water. We'll just keep going one more day. I mean, no sense of tira la, of killing ourselves. We had a stellar first day. I feel really good about all my placements. And the last placements that I have are going to be we expanded. We got 200 more traps. It is a test. I'm gambling in a place where I'm going to put them. Never seen anybody else drop traps there, which could be good or it could be bad. Tira la. It could be that the area is horrible and there's nothing there. But we're going to take a gamble on that and see. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe we get lucky. The key too is at certain times of the year, crab will move through different areas, and we just got to leave them and see what happens. You know, when we start getting these cold fronts now in the winter. Tira la. We are very, very tired. You know, one of the things too is that you got to do all this work, and you're kind of out of it. You haven't been pulling traps and moving them around like when you're in the season, you know, and you're conditioned. Tira la. We are out of conditioning. But I'll tell you what, these days condition you real quick. You get back on the saddle real quick. My dad wanted to come and help, and it's a beautiful day. And he had back surgery, his back's messed up, his shoulders messed up. But on a day like this, he could come out and the boat's not hitting waves hard, and he could do it. And he still remembers, you know, all he did his life was commercial fish with my grandfather. And this, you know, you enjoy it. It brings you back to those good old days when we all used to fish together on the boat. Tírala! When we're doing this out here. Hopefully you can come on the first day. You know, that first pull is the best. If the traps are in a spot where there's crab, it's the best. But that will be it'll be a good day. Hopefully you can come with me. If the weather's good, we definitely will get a bunch of crab that day. Oh, nice. 2 fighter jets. Tírala! 2 fighter jets leaving the base. Very nice. So we're on the 19th one now, and then we got one more to go. We'll go ahead and drop the rest, and then we'll come back and do a little video closing here with my dad. And then we'll head back and get ready, loaded up, baited up for tomorrow. Tírala! This is like riding a bike, man. Once you do this all your life, you can pick right up on it. Tírala! Ya no tira más. All right, guys, we're gonna move. We're gonna go ahead and drop the other ones, and we'll come back when we're done with that. All right, guys, so I finished all the traps. My dad, 77 years old, he's still working like a young buck. We just feel it a lot more after we're done. But we got done with this trip. We're gonna turn on the water for him so he can rinse off the boat. We're gonna head back. It's 2:33. We will probably be back home at like 5 o'clock, and then we'll go ahead and start loading up and putting bait for tomorrow, and keep going again tomorrow, and see if maybe after tomorrow we get done a little bit earlier. We could then take the time to load the U-Haul. It takes a while by yourself after you do this all day. The last thing you want to do is put traps in the U-Haul. But thank you guys for watching. And if you missed the video from day 1, which we did yesterday, I'm going to link it at the end of this one. And I'll go ahead and watch that one, and I'm going to see you tomorrow, baby. Let's go.